We're back. Scoreboard Addicts podcast. We are actually it's pre-recorded, just so everybody knows. We're back. We have a special guest this week, and it's a good friend of ours. We'll introduce him shortly. But Jason from the Blue Crew, from 7th Avenue Squad, from the NBA All-Star Game, from the NFL Pro Bowl. I said 7th Avenue Squad. Calm down, guys.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, go New York, go New York, go.
All right, easy there. All right. Vanilla Ice.
Take it easy, Whoopi Goldberg.
Vanilla Ice did not make that song. That was the New York song of the 90s.
I'm pretty sure it was a ripoff of Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
What we should see which came out first, then we'll figure it out.
Which you're right. That did happen in the 90s, and it was Vanilla Ice. That's our special guest from the Blue Crew with the New York Rangers, from the 7th Avenue Squad, the New York Knicks, from the NFL Pro Bowl, from the NBA All-Star Game. We've got Sweaty Palms himself, Jason Negron.
Boop. Oh, hold up.
And let's give a round of applause for our boy. There he goes. We haven't had him on this year.
I had the cams blocker on, because I don't want Illuminati to watch me.
It's true.
Listen, you used to be boys with Jay. Now you scared of Jay. I don't understand what that's about.
I love Ho.
Hey, listen, Jay got sued. Hold on, before we continue, real quick, and I'm the guy that always does that. As he threw up the rock, I thought to myself, Jay got sued by Diamond Dallas Page for stealing a diamond, and DDP won. By the way, he owed DDP an undisclosed amount for stealing DDP's hand gesture. That being said, rest in peace, Virgil, also known as Vincent. He passed away today.
Yeah, Virgil.
And also Richard Lewis.
Yes.
Richard Lewis passed away.
Richard Lewis died?
Yeah.
I'm finding out. I'm like Trump that he finds out.
He's been a legend.
I did not know that. Wow.
He's been a legend for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Died, huh? Oh my God, that's terrible.
And his problem is we're not getting the legends back to replace them. So it's
No.
Damn it. You came with your you just came on and decided to drop truths on us.
We're dropping jewels tonight.
Damn. All right, well let's get
Before we get into the next, Nick, who else died? Tell us, you got any more?
Hey? Yeah, hold on. Somebody else did die today.
You just go through everyone rest in peace. This person rest in peace. We just all became an obituary.
It was listen, hold on. When I saw Jason, you gotta understand, when we were kids, Jason was neck deep in the WWF on Saturday mornings.
I was big.
Neck deep. I wasn't into wrestling at that age, but when, he was into it. At like noon, they would show it on Channel 5. There was WWF. Superstars.
You couldn't tell me nothing. Wrestling I regret selling my wrestlers. I had the Hasbros. I sold them.
That's quality right there.
I gotta find my old school wrestlers. They're in a box somewhere at my parents' house. But
didn't you have a ring? Didn't you have the ring too?
Ring, everything. I had the yellow ring, the king of the ring. I had the blue ring, the belts.
The old 80s figures are like rubber, but their hands didn't move.
That's what he had.
Yes.
Oh, those I had those.
They were heavy too.
They were super heavy.
Those were crazy.
They were sick.
And now look at me, Jay. Look at that.
Nice. Oh man, that's
I got the Razor Ramon Intercontinental.
Looks like
the Shawn Michaels heavyweight, and then the hallway I have the Attitude Era heavyweight and the spinner belt. The spinner belt I actually got at Royal Rumble 2008 at Madison Square Garden.
Oh really? How was that?
That was dope. Except for the Flair versus MVP match, because Flair's like geriatric old. Happy 900th birthday to Ric Flair as of Tuesday, I think it was.
Ooh.
Ric Flair turned 9 million, something like that. All right.
Oh, so they know we're recording and going to air tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We
transparency.
Absolutely.
We're not trying to hide anything. We had a special guest. This is the day he could do it, and we had a lot to talk about. So let's get into it. We're going to start with. Two big things on football real quick. Today, the New York Jets gave Zach Wilson the chance to seek a trade to any team in the NFL that he wants to go to. I wish him the best of luck to wherever he goes. All the hate and animosity that he got in New York with his dysfunctional franchise definitely was not warranted by himself. He's a young man. and hopefully he has a bright future ahead of himself. He can go someplace else and do great things in the world. The second thing is
to his Jets carear. Hit the
what? Nah, his rest. I hope his Jets career haunts the Jets.
Remember you.
I gotta just play Happy Trails.
I will remember you.
There it is.
But and in other football news, former Jet Mecole Hardman, who now is back with his Kansas City Chiefs, decided to go on social media, talk to some podcasters, and decide to tell them that while he was with the Jets, he was conversing with the GM and quarterback being Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs, which in the NFL is known as tampering and can be punished by loss of draft picks and or cash considerations.
Or strip of a championship, right?
No, that's not going to happen. No. But on top of that, it's come out that he may have given his offensive playbook to the Philadelphia Eagles during the season in an effort to sabotage the Jets, who decided not to play him because he wasn't playing better than 2 undrafted free agents.
Wow, and the Jets won.
So as far as Mecole Hardman's career is concerned, because I can't imagine any team picking this man up. Like, I don't understand how if the Chiefs get penalized for his comments, how do they bring him back next season?
And also, just if you're the Eagles, how do you come back from that? Like, we had the Jets playbook and we lost.
I mean, that's the Patriots, isn't it?
Losers.
Yeah, well, I mean, they may have had the playbook, but our offensive coordinator doesn't even know how to run his own playbook. So I mean,
but that's done for the NFL. Not much NFL news going on, but we did want to talk to Jason about the NFL Pro Bowl. He was the MC down in Orlando. Jay, tell us about the Pro Bowl.
It's the Pro Bowl games now.
Pro Bowl games, second year for the rebrand, and this is my second year doing this. So shouts to the NFL for having me back. This year was cool. Last year was Vegas. This was Orlando. It was nice. Thursday we kicked it off with the skills portion. Most of the skills was on Thursday. Baker Mayfield won for the QBs, and Kelsey won in the long snap. It was the Jason Kelsey show, by the way, the whole time. And at the game, it was great. It was great. The fans were into it. It was supposed to rain. It was supposed to be like a monsoon. It didn't rain. The football gods were with us. So it was great. It was great.
So the real question is, did you get to attempt that QB skills competition?
No, but I did. I did. There is a pit. There was a pit that I forgot what gridiron challenge or something. I forgot what it was called, but I jumped in the pit. So I did one thing.
Nice. There you go.
I did
you
one thing
somehow, right?
Yeah, I did one thing. It was cool, but it was just cool to be around and the whole process. And like for those who don't know, a live event like that is a lot of moving parts within it. So working with everybody there was nice. Shouts to my man DJ John Black. It's crazy because we were in business together years ago, and then we ended up doing parties years ago. And he's the DJ for the New York Jets, and he did the Pro Bowl, so it was great.
Now, is it for the players? Are they more like just laid back and relaxed and just kind of taking it all in and enjoying it? This is like something where they kind of let their hair down and just be like just being boys and goofing around and shit.
Yeah, they could have fun. They could joke around, especially when they had a tug of war. People were joking around and dodgeball. It was lots of fun, and they could bring the family. I think they did it in Orlando. You know, it was close to
Disney World
and
Universal.
No, you go to Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. And you tell me what has an adult vibe.
I go to Food and Wine Festival at my own damn house. I'm having lack of food and bourbon festival right now.
I was at Epcot for the kids, and I just went in January with my 2 girls.
So,
speaking of bourbon, American Whiskey on 30th and off 8th Avenue is having the 10-year anniversary this Friday. Pull up. It's in Manhattan. And go to the IG page.
We're going to be there Monday.
Are you going to be there Monday? Whiskey on Monday?
We're going to be there Monday. That's our pregame right now. That's our pregame. The Nashville hot chicken sandwich over there. That's what's up. You know, first pregame, we're at American Whiskey. Postgame, we're at Tiernanog.
Yep.
So, as I was saying,
the spot. Okay.
Absolutely.
I love
We got our routine.
But back on track. So the Pro Bowl, how do you get there? Like, so I imagine you're contracted or something. How do you get to that place? How do I become the MC at the Pro Bowl?
Hey man, I've been putting in work for years, guys. You know, I've got a long time. I started out on N1 basketball in 2005, and I was in a trajectory where I had a lot of lanes I could have went. You know, politics, commercial real estate. I found it.
President of his college. President of
BMCC. Start here, go anywhere. You know, shouts to CUNY graduate, vice chair in the USS as well. So we just did a lot of things. But you know, relationships, like, you know, somebody I worked with is there now. It's just about being consistent and being the best. And I'm the best. I'm number one in the game. I do everything.
I just want to point out that is not exaggeration.
Yeah.
You don't become the MC Madison Square Garden, NBA All-Star Game,
Just gonna say
NFL Pro Bowl because you're not the best. I just want to point that out.
you don't become the MC at the Mecca for Rangers and Knicks games. And be like, I'm not number one, but
You know what? Like,
obviously too, but just the Mecca alone, just being Knicks and Rangers. I mean, that's the biggest stage in New York City.
I spoke at graduation in the theater 2 years in a row, and then hosted outside of MSG, and then inside. You know, it's just like it's surreal. It's cool. If anybody who's aspiring and wants to really do it, you know, make sure you have the talent. But if you're not great at first, build to it. You'll get there and put in the work.
So when do you end up at WWE cutting promos?
Oh, man, I would love that. I would love that.
Because I might have a hookup at WWE.
I would love that, brother. But
Jason, when you're at the Pro Bowl MCing, do you get to like roast the players a little bit? Like if like Tua overthrows the back, you get to like you suck Tua, like something funny.
Well, on Thursday, the Thursday part, and I think, and I didn't see it because I was there live, so I'm assuming they aired something on ESPN around the same time, and a few were taped to be aired later, and all like counted for the overall score. The Thursday portion, I can get a little fun, but I'm not gonna, really
not roast him too hard, but like
I'll give him some stuff and
little jabs here and there, like and grandma could have hit that.
Last year, I didn't really do much I was just during commercial breaks on the Thursday portion. This year, they brought me back to say, "Hey, we want you narrating it," and it's just great. It's just great.
That's pretty good.
When you say narrating, you mean like a play-by-play?
Play-by-play. But, Network still has their people, and shouts to Marcus Spears and Laura Rutledge. And I've worked with them on SEC Nation for years. And, they do broadcast, but like in-house, that's me. And so it's cool.
If we're live at Pro Bowl games during the QB competition, we'll be hearing you saying there's a miss. Oh, we missed 30 or hit 30 points, 50 points.
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool. That's a cool.
I always like the skills test, like skills comp, better than the actual game, because I remember being younger. What was really Jock Jams? How great was Jock Jams on MTV?
MTV Rock and Shock and
Rock and Jock.
Yeah, Rock and
We
Jock.
need that back. We need it back.
Jock Jams was the CDs.
Yeah, somebody get that check together. We need to do something big like
I will. Let's start the push on social media. Bring back the Rock and Jock. I want to see Dan Marino throwing passes to freaking Miley Cyrus. That's what I want to see.
That was great.
Check the chat. I sent over an image from Rock and Jock.
Okay. Oh my God, that's amazing. Hold on. Let me double check. Make sure that's Rock and Jock.
It is. It says Rock and Jock on the jerseys.
It does it? It does say Rock and Jock. Well, they had Rock and Jock baseball.
It was the homeboys versus the away boys.
Yeah. Oh, that was so dope.
I will absolutely share that.
The homeboys versus the away boys.
A-Rod and Jeter, a young A-Rod and a very young Jeter, out there rocking and jocking. Let's see this. There you go.
Yeah,
that's when there was no doubt who the best shortstop in the league was.
This is why there's no platform. MTV is all what's that show now that is
reality is Jersey Shore.
Yeah, it's that one Rob whatever, man.
Ridiculous. It's all Jersey Shore. Yeah. And it's all
MTV. We need MTV back.
We need music.
Yeah,
remember the movie awards?
Damn, remember when they made music? That was good.
I just take Beavis and Butthead back. Beavis and Butthead and Jackass at the very least.
Yeah,
maybe a little Pauly Shore.
The guy from Robin Big. What is it called? It's like
Rob Deerdeck, Rob's Fantasy Factory.
He has everything.
No, not that.
I would go back to watch his Say What karaoke.
Oh, ridiculousness.
Ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous.
I would go back to watching Say What karaoke so that I could watch Eminem pretend not to be Eminem and go out there and be like, Scott, Michigan State, and singing his own songs in front of a crowd of kids. Remember, like, do you remember MTV back in the day? It used to, like, during the spring break, used to be crazy.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Pauly Shore. MTV spring break right now. Well, not right now, but at spring break, if it wasn't for MTV just giving up on music for some reason.
It's a shame. We need to bring it back.
You said the t-shirt contest. That's like change the channel real quick. My mom was
but dude, they did all of that.
They
made it look like the greatest time ever, when in reality everybody got HPV.
So talking about getting hits off of the average Joe getting a hit off a major leaguer, Trevor Bauer, for some inexplicable reason, trying to get back into Major League Baseball after being kind of kicked out of Major League Baseball for accusations, which I will say to this point, the initial accusations have been found to be lies. I believe he has 2 open court cases. I don't know what the end result of those court cases are, and I don't know. I'm not going to speak on those 2 court cases because they're still open, and we don't know the end result. And my lawyer is sitting right there, and he's giving me a look like, don't talk about them. So I'm not going to talk about them. But the 2 other one, the first one has been resolved. He's found. I won't even say he's not guilty. I will say he's innocent of any wrongdoing.
There's no criminal charges at all. It was just a civil case.
We're not guilty.
Yeah, it was a civil case, and essentially, after the evidence was brought forward, like the chick's lawyer was like, "Yo, you fucked this up royally. Thank you." Now,
not only that, but he sued her for defamation, and then she was like, "Okay, I'm going to lose billions, and if we both just agree to drop our lawsuits against one another, let's just call it a day and have a good day." He did not sign the NDA. And he totally released them to everybody and was just like, here's all the bullshit this woman put me through, and I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, he basically said, I won't pursue my lawsuit, but I'm gonna be able to show all the evidence and show everyone that I was right the entire time.
Correct.
And God bless him. In that instance, he didn't do anything wrong.
Sort of resolved itself. So
now there's a common thought process that he's now blackballed along Major League Baseball and nobody wants to touch him. And it's because of these accusations that are founded, that accusation specifically unfounded, right? And then he goes and decides to pitch against Marty Mush. But I'm saying is you're trying to get, because he's showing other videos of him striking out NPB players, Nippon Professional Baseball, right? The Japanese league, quadruple A players. He's showing us videos of him striking those guys out, and now he's pitching against, I believe his name is Marty Mush. I'm not a Barstool guy. I don't follow those losers. They're like 55-year-old frat boys. But this guy got 2 hits off of him. Dude, you're sitting there basically auditioning for Major League Baseball, and this jabroni who's been at the batting cages like for a couple of days got 2 hits off of you. And we're not talking about he hit 1 fastball, and I'm pretty sure he got a hit off a curveball. And you're mixing them up. And you're a professional baseball player.
I'm pretty sure Marty Mush actually played in college. So he's not like a scrub. You know what I mean? Like, not like
I'm sorry, Nick, you look at that kid and it's like, there's no way there's an athlete anywhere in there.
Yeah, but I mean, just it being someone who is, if you played in college, you have some like some ability. You know what I'm saying?
He had him all over the place, though. Like, listen, his first 2 at-bats, he gave him nothing but fastball. So, I mean, if that guy played even a little bit of baseball growing up, if you're just getting a straight fastball that the dude's trying to just hit in the zone for you so you can kind of start sizing it up because you're not a baseball player at all, it's not crazy to think, like, he caught a little piece and he hit a flare over the second baseman's head. That was the first hit. And then after that, when he started mixing it up, dude, every time that guy, Trevor Bauer, threw a slider or a curveball, Marty Mush was like frozen. And he was purposely, you could see he was purposely putting everything to the outside of the plate with breaking stuff because he just, you don't want to accidentally hit, like, you know, somebody that's not a baseball player with a 80-mile-an-hour curve or slider, you know what I mean, or a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. You definitely, that's not the PR you want when you're trying to get back on a team.
Again, he's pitching at professional Japanese baseball players and showing videos of him striking them out. But then he shows a video of this guy who played at Mount St. Mary. It's not like he's sitting there playing at Vanderbilt, Florida State, Texas.
SEC, baby.
I think is Mount St. Mary considered Division One?
I am unsure if it is, but I just
it's weird with D1. Like St. Francis and Brooklyn had a D1 team. They were good too.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be. You don't have. But point being is, you're a major leaguer. You got guys like John McCone out there who's not even playing baseball right now. Going, I would have struck that guy out.
Yeah, but if you're not playing, you're not playing. It's tough. It's tough. He should be playing, but he's been inactive.
But Bauer has been playing in Japan.
I mean, how similar is it to MLB? How's the season?
Throwing, Jay. Come on, throwing.
How long is the season? How many games?
I want to say it's slightly less than Major League Baseball, but Nick, it starts earlier.
We both seen Mr. Baseball. We know it's different in Japan. Come on now, that's like a documentary.
Mr. Baseball.
Shuto.
Tom Selleck? Who's that? Tom Selleck?
Selleck, absolutely.
Yeah, Tom Selleck.
Absolutely.
My man.
Who apparently was a solid hitter. Was like actually hitting bombs when they were doing like the BP scenes and shit.
He's a big dude, man.
Oh yeah, Tom Selleck's a good guy.
So Mount St. Mary is Division One.
I remember Nicky lost his mind when Billy Crystal got a bat.
That basically, I want to point out, Jay. I want to point out that Marty Mush getting a hit off of Trevor Bauer, having not played Division I baseball in 10 years, and Trevor Bauer playing professional baseball last season, is the equivalent is if that minor league pitcher would have given up a base hit to fucking Billy Crystal when he was 61 years old.
Let me
imagine being a minor leaguer that didn't play professional, like didn't play at the major league level. You're trying to make a major league squad, and you give up a hit in spring training to 61-year-old Billy Crystal.
That's crazy. The Oscars were lit when Billy Crystal hosted it, by the way.
They were. They still mattered, though, and now they don't matter for shit.
Bring back the Oscars, man. Bring back the Oscars.
When they're trying to give movies like Barbie and Oscar, it's like, you just fucking stop, please. Like, what are you doing? Enough.
Jason just use our podcast as a platform to bring everything back. Bring back.
He should.
Bring back.
We should use our podcast to bring everything back.
Bring it back.
Listen, I got to ask you guys a serious question. Let's say you're that minor league pitcher trying to make a name for yourself, right? And maybe you make the major leagues, maybe you don't, but you have the opportunity to make a name for yourself. Tell me you don't run one in on Billy Crystal's ribs and then like say something smirk like 61 sucked. Just like walk away back to them. Tell me that doesn't get the notoriety that get your name out there.
You hit Billy Crystal and say something like that for wearing a Mets hat when you're a Yankee fan.
Oh, yeah. I was real. As a Mets fan, that was a good moment right there.
So hold on. Talk about being a Mets fan. Jason's a Mets fan, right? And we need some variety on this show. I'm not gonna boo him.
If the Yankees want to cut the check, I wear a Yankee hat, man. I'm close. Cut the Yanks. Y'all need a hype man. It gets a little it gets a little sleepy.
I will put that out there. The Yankees need a hype man, and I'll be glad if it was this guy. So Jay, is there anything you're looking forward to in the next season with the Mets, the Metropolitans?
You know, I want the Mets to pay Mr. Met. That's all I want, man. You know, that's one of my best friends. Pay Mr. Met. I'm not saying they don't pay him, but pay Mr. Met. No,
give up 10% pay increase. That's all. 10%.
Pay my crew. Pay
a 7-year extension.
All my people who work there. But no, I shouts to ownership. It's a new day. I really love what they're doing there. It's honestly, like, I know a lot of people who work there for a long time. It was different before. They're on the right track. They had a funky season last year. The injury bug, you know, it's rough, and it's a low expectation season. So we'll see what happens. But pull up the Citi Field is always a good time. You know, I'm good for like a game or two. Maybe I'll go with Uncle Mickey. You know, we'll go up or something.
Uncle Mickey is a Mets fan. He is. And we'll all be together in July when we go down to Louisville.
Holla.
Talk about baseball. We'll be going down to Louisville in July for my bachelor party, hitting out Whiskey Row. So you can tell your boys over at American Whiskey, hey, I went to the Mecca because Whiskey Row is definitely the Mecca of whiskey in America.
Nice.
And we'll be heading out to the Louisville Slugger Factory as well.
Hell yeah.
So, nice. Jay, I believe you've been to Louisville before, right?
been a long time.
What was your last experience there? Basketball, baseball?
I don't know. Probably N1.
The KFC Yum Center.
I don't remember. I can't even keep up anymore. I've been to Lexington, often because I do SEC. Shouts to SEC Nation.
Oh yeah.
Shouts to
Nah, we don't plug the SEC on this show because
SEC, man, they're number one.
The SEC
football, number one in baseball.
In conjunction with the ESPN was shitting on my Florida State Seminoles. So the SEC is like a big dick.
They, they lost steam. It was what it was. It was what it was. Shouts to ESPN.
Don't say they lost. They didn't lose anything. They won.
So I like everybody. Man. I love you all.
I can't be a part of this. Jason,
this came up with we were talking with the Miley Goats podcast on Twitter today. And they were talking about people getting in trouble and storming the court, like getting it creative and stuff like that. You're in college, use your brain a little bit. But I said what needs to happen is when St. John's plays in the Garden, right? If they get a win, all the students storm the court and they break it down and set up the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey set. They go into fucking storage and they get it all out. And they said, you want to talk about making people go oh shit, look at this flash mob. They just fucking brought back Ringling Brothers. That's a win.
I remember they used to have that back in the day. I used to go see the elephants and shit. They were back in the old garden. I was I saw the elephants.
Yep.
Great.
Tigers, lions.
By the way, time out. That would never happen at MSG. I've been to every arena, every stadium. MSG is top notch.
You're not getting down.
The security is not playing.
No.
They're not playing.
Honestly, I would consider it an honor.
Don't even try.
I would be honored to get beat up by MSG security.
And Chow said, everyone who plays at Citi Field, they see my boy G. Don't play at Citi Field either. They think that, some fans think it's cute. Listen, a nice heckle's okay. Don't cross the line. Don't go on the field. Don't go on the court. They do that at Citi Field, and then you get tested by my homie G.
I saw episode of Queens where he ran across Shea Stadium.
My boy tackled him.
I'm just saying,
brother. He tackled him. Yo, we need to bring back security, be able to whip fans. Yeah,
100%. But I think we can all agree that the only time worth running on the field is when you put a $50,000 bet on there being a streaker at the Super Bowl, and then you get paid.
That's right.
I don't feel like that should have been nullified as soon as they found out that he put the bet.
There's no way that counts.
He's playing. Yeah,
Dude, supposedly that dude got paid.
He should have shut his mouth. He should have never said anything.
Yeah, you should never say it because you never know.
See? People want the attention more, man.
That's like shaving points, all right? And then betting against yourself. And talking about shaving points, let's get into it. Big Nick energy. The Knicks are doing pretty damn good this season, and about over.
The Knicks need some big Nick energy. They're 2-6 in the last 8, so we need some rough.
A lot of
a lot of injuries, but they got to start playing better.
So
Julius Randle done for the year?
I'm sorry,
not yet. He's still working it out.
I don't. So first and foremost, views expressed in this podcast are solely representing Jason Negron and not anybody that I ever worked for in my whole life. But Jules a warrior, man. Julius is a warrior. I saw the injury last year in the playoffs, right in front of me, and it was bad, and he played through it. And I know he gets a lot of bad rap on Nick's Twitter, which needs to relax. But Julius is a warrior, and if he can come back, he will. I know that, and hopefully we'll get him sooner than later. Talking about OGs coming back in a few weeks. I don't know, but we anticipate a fully fresh team for the playoffs from, what the timeline's looking like. But it's been rough. It's been a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing. Knick fans deserve something, right? It's been rough. It's been rough. Every player in the NBA will tell you that Madison Square Garden is where you want to play basketball. And whether you get to play there as a home team or away team, it's the same thing. It means something. It's big. And it hasn't actually meant anything for Knick fans in a while. And it's miserable. It's just
I've been through some good, a lot of good. I've been there through some rough. I've been there through some rough patches.
You know,
the loyalists have been there and held it down. So shouts to those fans who.
Shout out to Anthony Donahue.
Anthony Donahue, that's number one, man. Like, if there's anything Knicks fandom, first and foremost, I don't know how this guy remembers it. We'll talk about like a game in '96. Oh yeah, that was a Sunday afternoon, and the Knicks wore this colored jersey, and Pat had X amount of. Yo, this guy, my brother Ant, I don't know how he remembers all that stuff, man. He's one of the best, man.
I had some feelings about the Knicks, and I'll tell you what. I saw something on Twitter the other day about early 2000s NBA, and it was a picture of all the greats, all those guys. You know, those guys, early 2000s. We're talking about
T-Mac
and
guys.
And it said something like, "Yo, early 2000s NBA just hits differently." And I'm looking at the picture, okay? And I believe, let's see, it says fact. 2000 was the golden era of basketball. I don't have the picture to show everybody, but in the pictures, Yao Ming, Shaq, dang it, what's his name? He ended up on the Knicks, but he ended up like flopping on the Knicks. He wore number 1.
Stoudemire?
No, Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire with the Suns.
I love you, Stat. He's
Ben Wallace, Dwight Howard, Dirk, KG, Duncan, Kobe, LeBron. I'm looking at Melo on the Nuggets. Melo on the Nuggets. Allen Vince Carter. I'm looking at Jason Kidd. Steve Nash, not to be confused with Kevin Nash, okay, and a couple of other guys. And I'm looking at this picture and I go, and not one fucking Knickerbocker was there, and it literally just broke my heart that not one Knickerbocker was on the early 2000s list, and it hurt. It hurt.
After that 99 final run, or that 99-2000 final run against the Spurs. When Patrick gets hurt, Patrick don't get hurt. That's a different series, you know.
I don't even, why would you even bring that up, man?
I love Pat.
It's like being a Mets fan. That's like being a Mets fan and bringing up the 2000 World Series. Like, why would you even talk about it? Why do you want to hurt me?
I will say this.
I love Clyde. Yo, hold on. I got to give a shout to Clyde, Clyde Frazier. He's the best.
We all love Clyde.
The best ever. Like,
swishing and dishing, the neophyte.
Him and Mike Green are such a great broadcasting team. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted to talk about with the Knicks right now. They're all obviously OG's hurt. OG got hurt a little bit after he got to the Knicks, but maybe not related to Knicks or what my point is. You have Julius Randle's hurt. You have Jalen Brunson plays all the time, high minutes. Now in Tibbs' system, he only rotates like 6 or 7 guys, maybe 8 if you're lucky. So do you think it's Tibbs' system that's is the causing the issue, the Knicks injuries there now?
Nah, you got to play hard, man. It's just the game is so fast paced. I think they're playing their hearts out, and you know, Tibbs is a old school guy. He's about that work, and and I think the players feel rewarded, playing as many minutes. They're warriors, these guys. I've got to know them a little bit. They want to do what they do. They like Tibbs. They like how he rolls. And, you're an athlete, man. Play hard. But it just, I think Bam did a little dirty play on Jew. Miami's a little dirty, man. I got to say that. Miami plays, they play a little funky. They're a little funky down there. But they'll be all right. They'll be fine. They'll be cool.
I think if they just get healthy, I think they're a really good team. I think they'll be fine in the East.
It's going to work every time.
Good teams in the West, but if they are healthy, I think they could make an Eastern Conference final, but they just have to be healthy. That's the big problem right now.
Got to be healthy.
So Jade, NBA, you did the NBA All-Star game. Talk to us about that.
I did the TNT Road Show, which was also a concert. So it was, Shaq, Kenny, Charles Barkley and EJ, and Jalen Brunson was a guest, so I saw him there, and his pops was with him the whole weekend, and that was great to see. And Reggie Miller was a guest on the show, so I introduced the whole cast, and it was supposed to be Shaq. And
boo the shit out of Reggie Miller every day for the rest of my life. Fuck True. Reggie Miller.
Hey man, you know what? When I saw that live as a kid, I was like, I had the same sentiments, but man, like being a professional in it, and you got to put your fandom aside. Man, I wish Reggie was a Knick instead of a Pacer. Imagine Reggie was a Knick instead of a Pacer.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I understand your professional position because I had the same position in certain areas of my career. I feel you, but
TNT
as a New York fan, as a New York Knicks fan, fuck Reggie Miller. I ain't never gonna see him in life. We not gonna cross paths in my workplace. Fuck him. Hey, you love him. You got respect. You got love for Reggie Miller. My opinions of Reggie Miller. I want if Reggie Miller sees this, if TNT sees this, Jay stood up for Reggie. Jay stood up for Reggie. He said he loves him. I'm gonna let you know right now. From me, from my peoples here at our podcast, aside from Jay, who's a guest. I'm insulting the guest right now. I'm gonna let you know. Fuck Reggie Miller. All right, he ruined my childhood.
You can't go past Speckley like this. You can't do that.
Nah, that was crazy.
Not allowed.
That was crazy. It's
not allowed.
Bring back the 90s, man. The 90s were fun.
Well, listen, that's when basketball was fun, right? You can actually play some defense and draw a little blood every once in a while. You know what I mean? Not this soft bullshit.
I looked up Reggie Miller on Wikipedia.
He's still on it.
A few fans hit me. Damn, Jay, that's fucked up. I was like, Spike said it was cool though. Spike said it was cool. He gave me the pass. So it was all right.
I'm gonna read you this. Reginald Wayne Miller, born August 24th, 1965. I'm gonna boo that day for the rest of my life. Is an American former professional basketball player who played his entire 18-year career in the National Basketball Association with the Indiana Pacers. He was known for his precision three-point shooting, especially in pressure situations. And most notably against the New York Knicks, for which he earned the nickname Knick Killer. Fuck Reggie Miller.
Damn. Reggie was cold-blooded, man. That was cold-blooded. Like that moment where he just stole and scored like 8 points in 9 seconds, whatever it was. Anthony Donahue would know what it is.
It was like 8 points in like 9 seconds.
Crazy. Like that in the T-Mac one where he scored like 13 and then I don't know, man.
But anyway, my hate for Reggie Miller, notwithstanding.
To be fair, if it wasn't happening, hold on. But if it wasn't happening to us, Reggie Miller in the playoffs, especially against the Knicks, was a fucking spectacle. And you can just if you're just watching it as somebody that loves the game of basketball, especially in the 90s, the way the game was played back then, dude, he was something special when it came playoff time.
That's how I know Harry Potter is fake, man. Because not at one point in Harry Potter did he ever be like, "Yeah, man, Jordan's really going on a run, 6 championships, it's crazy." Now, at one point in Harry Potter, they bring that up, and it was like 1992 when it started.
It was 90s.
But so Jay,
or Princess Diana. Think about that.
Talk to me. Oh yeah, wow. They didn't talk about the Muggle princess dying. Talk to me about the All-Star game. More.
Oh, yeah. So All-Star Game, we did that. It was a Machine Gun Kelly concert. They love him in Indy. Machine Gun Kelly.
I don't fuck with Machine Gun Kelly. He got beef with M, so fuck him.
Yo, I'll tell you this. M ate him, but I was surprised at his response. I was like, yo, Kelly actually did he did better than I thought. But then he became a punk guy, and now he's married to your girl. Didn't you used to love
Megan Fox?
Transformers?
Nah, bro, I don't like her fucking. I don't play that shit. You ever see her songs?
So the real GOAT right now, as far as Machine Gun Kelly, is Sean Strickland absolutely roasting him nonstop on Twitter from the UFC. What? Dude, just saying so they ran into each other at whatever was in Vegas, the UFC match that was just in Vegas. They ran into each other and apparently they exchanged words and got beef because Sean Strickland went right on Twitter like, yo, I just met Machine Gun Kelly, dope name, but the guy dresses like a vampire, kind of fucking weird. I can't believe Megan Fox settled with this thing. It's like, oh fuck.
And who's this dude? He's an MMA guy?
Sean Strickland, yeah.
That's not fair though. That's not even the same weight. That's not fair.
Oh, dude, I don't know what was said or what was exchanged.
In a fight with me, like what we talking about? It's like like
what's funny is Machine Gun Kelly's definitely got the height and reach advantage though. You know,
he's slim. He's really slim. He's a skinny guy. Look at. Oh yeah, no.
Megan Fox got like a toe for a finger.
I was about to say that looks like a big toe.
Damn,
that's her. That's her thumb, bro. Her thumb is gross. Call her Thumbelina.
Oh
man.
Hey. That's her
thumb. I digress. I have a friend of mine that has a thumb like that. He's little too. I call him Thumbelina.
Yeah.
Just
back teasing. Yeah.
Just to throw back out there,
rough, man. Hey, if you were an 80s kid, that was rough, man. You just tease you for everything. The 80s were rough.
So NBA All-Star Game, how's that different than the NFL Pro Bowl? Like as far as interaction with the players, the feeling around the game, how important it is, things like that.
Well, there's a NFL, the Pro Bowl games now with the change. It's flag football now, but it seems it's not as physical, but it's more athletic in my opinion. Like now they're more willing to do stuff because they're really unlikely to get hurt. And, it's a smaller field, but it's not as big as a fanfare as the NBA All-Star because directly we have the Pro Bowl next weekend's the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is what the main focus is. Now you get to NBA All-Star, there's a lot happening. So many events, they take over the strips or the mall. This year was in Indy, so downtown Indy's pretty cool. It's a small radius, about a square mile, and everything was pretty much there. And it's a thing, nightlife. All the legends come out, current players come out, and it was cool. So I did the TNT Roadshow Thursday, and I was at NBA Crossover for G League Park. We had this G League slam dunk contest, and a bunch of influencers came out, and the best G League players stopped by. It was dope. It was a good time.
Nice.
Shouts to the NBA. NBA.
You've gone to NFL. You've gone to NBA.
I've done
MLB
All-Star for years.
Okay.
I used to do stuff with a client. I'm not going to shout them out because they don't cut me checks no more, so they don't get mentioned.
Okay, fair enough. I'll buy that. So you've done MLB as well. What do you think is the best All-Star game out of the four major American sports: NHL, MLB, NFL, NBA?
Well, I haven't. See, I wish the NHL moved theirs because it's the same weekend as the Pro Bowl. So I don't really get to watch that one. So I gotta, omit that one. But man, I think there's more fanfare around the NBA All-Star. I think folks do want change about the actual game. But I'm gonna say the Pro Bowl because I do more for the Pro Bowl. Holla. NFL. What?
What?
Never let it be said that the man can't be bought.
I don't even know.
Seriously.
I want this guy on my jury.
I'm not even on an NFL team, and I see the Pro Bowl. It's crazy, man. I'm just blessed.
It's still time.
It's cool. It's cool.
I love it. Thanks to everybody whoever hired me and believed in me and continue to do so. And it's a hard road, guys. Everyone comes up to me. Everybody say, "Oh, I'm gonna steal your job. I'm gonna do this," and it's not easy, guys. I had to miss his sister's wedding.
Yeah,
like that's not fun. You know, it's
but be honest, did you happen to be having fun at that moment?
I think so. At that time, I think so. I came back. I was at Premier Lacrosse League. I'll shout them out, even though they don't pay me no more. But it was that saved my life after COVID, man. Because COVID, it was a wrap, and that was my first, I think, thing back.
Yeah,
nice. COVID.
We talked about
Liberty too. Y'all saved me after COVID. So
we talked about the NBA All-Star Game. Talked about the NFL All-Star Game. Talked about the Knicks.
Yeah.
Let's go into some hockey. Come on, let's
go. Hey. Rangers playing. We lost him. Where'd he go?
Took off.
Okay.
Just for David Copperfield.
That was impressive. Rangers playing the Blue Jackets right now, up 2-1 here in the third period.
He's back.
There we go.
We got our guest back. Rangers play. Like I said, Rangers
I gotta
playing.
do this for so long without a drink. Re-up. Where's Rosie, man? I need a Rosie the robot.
We've been drinking.
You know what? You guys drinking? That's it. Hold up.
We're always drinking.
Let's do this right. Right.
Hold on. Now he wants to get a real drink. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Give him time. Give the man time.
All right, so
we got a moment
right now. We got a little
right. Yeah.
What's he drinking?
I got some.
You got there
rum from Jamaica.
Ooh, there you go.
Hold on. All right, we were going to talk about hockey for a second. For 10 seconds, let's get into it.
Whiskey of the week.
Real quick, I'm drinking Old Granddad today. I made an old fashioned today. In case you didn't know, if you ever read the book Live and Let Die, James Bond book, it's the second book in the series of James Bond books. He orders an old fashioned made with Old Granddad, and that's what I drank tonight. TJ, go.
I'm going with Redwood Empire Cask Strength. This bad boy is going off at 116.8 proof. Typical bourbon flavors, but it is definitely a spicy one. That proof is very noticeable. Absolutely delicious, especially talking to you boys. Goes down nice and smooth.
Everybody does. Rookie, go.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Benrick. I don't know. The Smoky 10. It's a very smoky. It's good for cigar smoke. If you're smoking,
nice peat.
Yeah, nice peaty taste to it. It's got if you're smoking cigars, it's very good, very smoky. It's actually cast in bourbon cask and Jamaican rum cask. So it's pretty cool. I actually went to a Scotch event with my brother this weekend. Shout out my brother Dave Troyce. We had a great time. Drank a ton of Scotch, had a ton of cigars. We're all going next year. So it was an incredible time. Somebody had Lagavulin 18-year, smoothest thing I've had in my life. Somebody had a Lagavulin 18-year Distiller Select, which is like a special one, 18-year one. Even smoother than the 18. It was unbelievable. Great time. This one didn't fare too well against everybody else at the Scotch event because it was basically like a competition type of thing. And then what bottle you brought. So I didn't win at my table, but I did win because everybody else's bottles were much better than mine. And there you go. It was a good time.
Jay, what are we drinking?
All right, got Worthy Park Select Jamaican rum. I don't know. I bought this somewhere in Jamaica when I went there for my boy's wedding, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Shouts to Jamaica. It's fun, and I like the culture, and I love dancehall music. I'm from Brooklyn, so I feel like
Jamaica's
I'm Indian by default.
So my question is, you've been to Jamaica. Have you? Cheers, Govs.
Yes, cheers, boys.
Smooth.
I'm saying with you, Jay. I love Jamaica. I love that culture. It's just it's crazy when you go there. Like you got to get past the depression of like the tourism is great, but tourism is also the problem. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like to get over that like hump and understand like, yo, these people are the nicest people in the world to you. They wait on you hand and foot, and they come from nothing. So it's like have a little respect when you go there. Have some fun. And make sure you tip you guys. You're getting taken care of. You tip well, especially from New York. We're from New York. We tip well.
Two things before we get into hockey. The first thing is, Jay, we got to make a trip back to Puerto Rico. Go see Abuelita. Go enjoy ourselves. Enjoy the family. Go hit the Bacardi factory up.
Yeah.
Ever since I went to the Bacardi factory, I'm into some tasting rums. Like non-mixers. T. I brought some back, and T and I had some of the rum that I had brought back from PR from the factory. Damn, that's top notch. All right. Second thing is, you've been to Jamaica. I know you get on the dance floor here and there. Have you power bombed somebody through a table? Because I know Jamaicans like to do that stuff.
Yo, when I used to frequent the parties and the bashments and shouts to all the spots, Temptations and man, it was a good time. No, it was called Dagger. You would dagger a girl, but no, I was never that crazy with it. I can't. These guys, listen, I've seen the craziest things. That's why they're the best parties. The dancehall party is the best because they always drink, always mad weed if you engage in that, and always food. There's always food, and it's all hours. So and great music. So,
dude, if you like spicy, Scotch bonnet pepper is the shit. I love Jamaican jerk. Anything jerk. Amazing, but Jamaican jerk chicken, especially when they make it hot with the Scotch bonnet pepper, fire. I love it.
I heard TV's a really big jerk.
Yeah, jerk store called. Shouts to the Trinis for making doubles too. The double, if y'all had man, go to the Hot Pot on Flatbush Avenue. by Lincoln. Oh, get a double. Delicious. So south to the
we move
Trinidad.
We move on. Yeah, we were gonna start talking about hockey, and then Jason accused us of not drinking on our own show. Like this is our first broadcast.
I just ran out of water too quick.
Drink a water. We don't drink on this show.
I got parched.
All right, so right out the gate, right out the gate, we got to address the elephant in the room. That is the man, Matt Rempe, coming in strong, dude. I mean, I would love to just ask him a question of like, hey, I'm sure you had the nerves going ear to ear, right, coming out every end, nerves. And then you get out on the ice and you drop the gloves with Matt Martin, right? Like that he punched the nerves right out of himself, right? Like, I don't think what's there to be nervous about after that? It's like, yo, I just fought the biggest dude out here right now. Exactly. I'm good. Right? Dude, what a great heavyweight fight. Like, what a way to introduce yourself to the world of Ranger fans. Like, you want to talk about being loved immediately? That's how you do it. And then he did it every game after that up until tonight, which you could tell he's pretty banged up. You can't 3 games in a row, 3 fights in a row, first period. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot for anybody, let alone a 21-year-old kid.
Yeah.
So respect to him. And I love hockey. Like, hockey is, you think it's brutal because you get checked and it's physical and they can fight. And they're some of the most great people I've ever met. Gentlemen. It's a gentleman's sport. It's a sport of class and honor and dignity and respect and sportsmanship. So I love hockey. Oh, yeah. Love hockey, especially the New York Rangers.
Dude, anytime I've ever interacted with sports guys, like athletes, it's always funny because anytime I've ever interacted with mostly New York Rangers that I've run into, a couple of New York Islanders, but out like in the world in public, they usually get taken aback, like they're surprised you even recognize them. You know what I mean? Because they're not really that big in the pop culture isn't there where if you're not an avid fan, you're really not going to notice who they are. So it's always fun running into one of these guys out in the world, like walking around New York City, walking around Times Square, hanging out in Central Park, and you walk up, you're like, oh, hey, what's up, Matt Zuccarello? What's going on? They're always the most oh, shit, you know who I am?
And they blend in the way they dress. They blend in. And honestly, and this is no disrespect to any player in the league, but there hasn't been, at least in my eyes, there hasn't been a player that big since Gretzky. You know what I'm saying? And we've had that in baseball kind of and football and basketball.
The best player always ends up being in some town that's not in America, that's not big following. Like Edmonton. Right now,
who's the best?
McDavid is in Edmonton.
Edmonton.
You know,
and you can make a case for Jason Robertson down in Dallas, but again, he's down in Dallas. You can get tickets to a game and sit 2 rows from the glass 10 minutes before the game down in Dallas. Unfortunately, even though that team's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
like Austin Matthews
in Toronto. Yeah,
and he's known in Toronto, but not here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Toronto, he knows everywhere, but not here, not in New York.
Well, Buffalo, but that's Canada. So
that's 100% Canada. Shout out to Buffalo Duff's Wings. If we're doing shout outs this show.
Too many shout outs. Free shout outs today. I don't like it.
So we're
fucking check.
Check to the show.
Ridiculous.
We're going to the game on Monday. We're going to the game on Monday.
Oh yeah, against Florida Panthers, baby. That's gonna be an epic game, dude. What I'm looking forward to the most is the fact that I've never got to sit up on the Sky Bridge, and we got tickets up there on the bridge, and it's like,
bridge is a great.
This is going to be like, dude. That's what I said. I was like, nobody in front of us, first row, looking just down over the ice. Like, how do you beat that? Nobody
on the ice from the Sky Bridge.
Yeah, the Chase Bridge.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna stop.
So we tried. We tried to get in the Chase Lounge because I'm a Chase member.
I think it's.
I'm waitlisted.
Oh yeah, it's a hot thing. Let's see, maybe I know somebody. No, it's great, man. It's great. There's a great view up there. Honestly,
I'm excited.
They did a great job with since the transformation. It's always a good seat. I get to move around a lot and check different point of views, and it's always fun. Shouts to the fans in the 400s. They're crazy. They're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
We love them.
Yeah. Dude, that's one thing though. like this year, it's been embraced. Like how Peter Laviolette was like, "Yo, did you hear the Ranger fans in the Rock? Because I'm pretty sure there was no Devil fans here tonight." Like the fact that he addressed it is just nuts.
No one needs to relax. Nick, you think Nick's Twitter's bad? Rangers Twitter's bad.
I love Rangers Twitter.
No,
Look, do you love Rangers Twitter?
Toxic, and it's not as it's not as toxic as Nick's Twitter, but it's more reactionary.
Listen, you, my man.
It was a
Get on
stretch.
Jets Twitter. Get on Jets Twitter and then talk to me about
Twitter's the
toxic.
worst. It is.
No, Rangers
Yeah,
Twitter
it
is
is.
super reactionary. They won 10 straight. They lost on Sunday. And everyone's like, "Oh my god, they did a good
No,
trade."
prior to that, it was a little, losing streak, and we were still in first place. Cats were like, "Oh no, the Rangers not even gonna make the playoffs." I'm like, "All right, relax."
Oh, settle down.
Like, what are we talking about? They won 10 in a row. Like,
The Rangers couldn't purposely not make the playoffs at this point.
it's like, what are we talking about? So fans, be
Yeah, I agree.
cool. Be paid. It'd be all right. Just have
I
fun.
think what drives Rangers Twitter to be petty is because usually what happens is right now the Rangers happen to be really hot and the Devils and the Islanders are struggling. So we all know how to tune each other up across town rivals, right? So you got the Islander fans and the Devil fans just waiting in the wings to start turning the screws on Rangers fans for any little thing, they can. And that just gets it like the testosterone goes through the roof. The anger goes through the roof. Next thing you know, you're throwing laptops. I may have to buy a new laptop. Just saying.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, it's
But Monday, TJ and I are going back to the Garden, try to keep my streak alive.
Mhm.
And we're going to be out American whiskey prior to the game. If you want to go over there, meet us over there, grab us a drink. Let's have a conversation. Let's enjoy the Rangers together. And we'll be at Tiernanog after the game because that's the spot everybody knows it. Shout out to Tiernanog. I never went there one time and didn't have a good time. So we'll be at American whiskey prior to the game, and we'll be at Tiernanog after the game. Catch us there. Jay, you got anything to say before we get going?
Hey man, peace to everybody. Be cool, be kind, love each other. Don't respond back to the bots.
The bots.
Back to the bots.
I have a
If
question.
you got 14 numbers after your name, just you're out.
Yeah, you know them. I have a question. Do we get money for shouting out American whiskey and Tiernanog?
Yeah, man. These guys, American Whiskey needs to sponsor the show, man. Sponsor the show.
Hook us up with someone who knows.
If American whiskey would just let me buy a bottle of George T. Stagg off of them for like what they get it for, we'll give them sponsorship forever. That's it. That's all it takes for cheap.
But only you. Me and Anthony can go fuck ourselves. Only you get it.
Obviously, I would share it with you. It's like, come on, what is this?
No. I want my own damn bottle. Fuck you, bro.
Well, no, that now you have to actually come hang out with me because this is like the most I get is like through this computer screen. And then y'all are like, oh, fuck that dude.
You pass by my house every fucking day. Never once stop by.
That's not true. I spit on your front stoop the other day.
Hey.
And that's our show. Thank you, everybody. We'll catch you same bad time, same bad channel.
Thank you, Jay.
Next week.
There
And that's all we have got for you today. Jay, stick around. We'll talk after we sign off and see what we can do going.